Welcome to Friday Bible Study, or if you're following along in the playlist, doesn't matter what day it is, does it? Might be Tuesday for you, huh? They asked Festus as a favor to transfer Paul to Jerusalem, planning to ambush and kill him on the way. But Festus replied that Paul was at Caesarea and he himself would be returning there soon. So he said, "Those of you in authority can return with me. If Paul has done anything wrong, you can make your accusations." About 8 to 10 days later, Festus returned to Caesarea, and on the following day, he took a seat in the court and ordered that Paul be brought in. When Paul arrived, the Jewish leaders from Jerusalem gathered around and made serious accusations they couldn't prove. Paul denied the charges. "I am not guilty of any crime against Jewish laws or the temple, the Roman government," he said. Let me double check something real quick. All right, really just want to make sure that we hadn't already gone over this. It's kind of like he's explaining himself again, like he had to a chapter ago. Anyway, because I've done that before, where I didn't turn the page and I just started the same study on the same 4 columns again. Paul denied the charges. "I'm not guilty of any crime against the Jewish laws or the temple or the Roman government," he said. Then Festus, wanting to please the Jews, asked him, "Are you willing to go to Jerusalem and stand trial before me there?" Paul replied, "No. This is the official Roman court, so I ought to be tried right here. You know very well I am not guilty of harming the Jews." That's interesting. All right, like it. Let's move on. That can't be right. I never loaded Daniel. Are you kidding me, people? Surely I loaded Daniel. 3:16 through 21. We got this. We got this, people. Come on now. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, "O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter." In other words, we have to be very careful about what we say. "If it be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not," see it, in other words, they are bowing to the will of the Lord. "Let it be known unto the king that we will not serve your gods nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up." And people all the time say, "See, it's a decision. The mark of the beast is a decision. And if you don't accept the mark, you'll, lay down and get your head chopped off." They don't want you to know that you're going to be possessed. That's what they don't want you to know. And which is why there is no turning back. It's a spiritual sealing, just like God seals his church on their foreheads. It's the same thing. They're sealed. And I would imagine when they get this seal from God, those alive remaining on the earth, there's no more sin in them. They're not going to go out and ever tell a lie. Well, I shouldn't have used that. They will have lost their sense of self, because if they're sheep, they will have already given up those deadly sins of Galatians 5:19 through 21, where it clearly states, after the given list, those that do such things shall not inherit the kingdom. So Nebuchadnezzar and them had a literal image. But let's get back. Why is God's end times image that speaks, mark of the beast, not anything that anybody's going to be sitting around trying to figure out between sheep and goats? Well, this is the final separation between sheep and goats. And the Bible clearly states one of the most key end times Bible verses, and the key Bible verse concerning the mark of the beast God shall send them a strong delusion that they will believe a lie. I don't know if it's verbatim. For this cause, God will send them a strong delusion that they will believe a lie. 2 Thessalonians 2:9 or 2:11. Yeah, I said it right the first time. God shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie. I just didn't say the whole verse, but and for this cause, God shall send them a strong delusion that they will believe a lie. There's nothing more important than that. There's not a decision that needs to be made. All goats are going to fall down and worship the image of the beast. All sheep will not. There's not going to be like this, oh, Sophie's choice decision taking place here, folks. Oh, what do I do? Oh, do I want to? Oh, I'm not sure. No. All sheep are going to take off running, just like Jesus said, head for the hills. All goats are going to fall down and worship the image of the beast. They're going to want it. They're going to believe. It's a strong delusion, folks. As a matter of fact, the second most important verse, which goes right along with it, Jesus says, a deception so great that if it were possible, even the very elect would be fooled. Folks, it's a trick that all goats will fall for. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was already heated. Then he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and cast them into the burning fiery furnace. I wonder where Daniel was during all this time. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. I love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.